All right, we'll go ahead and get started. A reminder, no recordings of the press conference. Please make sure you silence all cell phones and electronic devices. Then make sure to give your name and affiliation when you get the mic to ask a question. I'm joined by Oklahoma State head coach Kenny Gajewski and players Lexi Kilfoyle, Caroline Wong, and Lexi McDonald. We'll start with an opening statement from Coach Gajewski, go to questions to players. The players will leave, and then we'll go to questions to Coach Gajewski after that. So if you have an opening statement.
Yeah, I really think it was a good softball game. We just came up on the wrong end. They had the one big blow. It was it felt like a dogfight right from the start. I thought both pitchers were extremely sharp, and we just couldn't adjust to the ball's in very well. They felt very in, according to our kids, but credit them. They just kept pounding that, and they got the one big blow. Just a shame that we had to waste a pitching gem by Lexi as well. So tough ball game. Got our work cut out for us here, but I like what this team has always done, and that's respond. So it's all we can do at this point.
All right, we'll go to questions for players. We'll go to Scott on the first row, right?
Scott Wright from the Oklahoman. Lexi, let's start with you. What did you feel like was going well, and take us through what happened on the full count pitch?
Yeah, honestly, from the jump, I felt really good. The whole day felt honestly amazing, and then bullpen before still looking good, and there was no doubt in my mind, and I felt like it was still even a good pitch that she got a hold of. I think she may have just been sitting that pitch, and obviously she was the one that came through with the hit, but I honestly don't look at this as a bad thing. Like, I still feel good. They just had the one hit.
Right, we got a second row on the right here.
Tyler Waldrop, Tulsa World. For Caroline, felt like you maybe started to see the ball a little bit better later. Just wondering sort of how that went for you. And then for Lexi McDonald, just felt like you maybe had a little more success early on. Just what were you seeing at the plate as well?
She obviously threw a great game, like they said. But yeah, seeing a little better, like you said, she's pounding the same thing over and over again. You got to adjust, and I wouldn't say like we did that successfully, but 3 at-bats, you do a little better.
Just seeing the ball well, just trying to see the ball deep, and she pitched a great game. She really did, and she laid some pitches for me to hit hard, so that's what I did.
All right, we'll stay in the second row on the right. Justin.
Justin Martinez, the Oklahoman. Lexi, you go on this team last year that found itself in a similar position, losing the first game, bouncing back with a really good win the next time around. Just what do you remember from that experience, having your back against the wall that early, and how invaluable is that as you guys prepare to be in a similar situation this time?
Yeah, I think we play our best ball when it's on the line, and I'm super excited to see how we're going to do down the road. Whoever comes at us, we're just going to pound the ball, hit the crap out of the ball, throw the ball as hard as we can, and I know we'll come through. It just wasn't our day today.
All right, we'll go front row to the right to Scott again.
Lexi McDonald, if you could take us through what you saw on the long fly to center field. Did you feel like it had a chance to get out, and then just the disappointment of seeing her come up with the play?
I just really thankful to be in the opportunity to do what I did tonight. It was just, I hit a ball hard. All I could ask to have a good at bat, and she caught it. It's all it happened. So it is what it is.
More questions for players? Okay, I think that'll wrap things up for players. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We have questions for Coach Gajewski now? Okay, we'll go second row on the left here.
Ryan Breeden, Stillwater News Press. Kenny, you faced Keegan earlier this year. Was there anything that maybe she did that showed some of her growth through her freshman year from mid-February through now that made it harder on your lineup?
Yeah, she's been through the gauntlet. In the SEC, and I vote on the All-American committee, and when you really look at her numbers, and she threw over 150 innings against the top 25. When you throw that type of load, she's not phased. We got her early. We really didn't hit her great the first time around. We just had a big home run by Carly that was the difference, kind of like them tonight. So I just credit them. I mean, I credit Chelsea too with a great game plan against us, and they just kept pounding. I thought it was really interesting. They never actually threw away very often. If they did, it was very few times, which tells me they were loving what they were getting on the inner half. So we kept moving back off the plate. We kept getting blown up. So I'm kind of curious to go home and watch this. Probably keep me up all night, but it is what it is, and it's part of the growth and part of being here. It's the highest of highs and the lowest of lows.
Right, we'll go front row again to right on Scott.
Yep. Kenny, you alluded to it earlier. Sounded like you're frustrated that you had what you wanted out of Lexi Kilfoyle in the circle and not able to take advantage. And also to follow up on your offense, was the both inside and her rise ball what led to a lot of pop-ups today?
Yeah, I mean, first off, I think you asked me two different things. Like, I think, I just feel really poorly for Lexi. We just, she was dominant. And that's a really good offense. I mean, they're one of the best offenses in the country. We faced that last week with Arizona as well. So we were able to score runs. Obviously, Arizona didn't have a Rothrock. So, but I don't know. I just felt like our lefties had way more success. They're the ones. Jill hit the ball hard. That they kind of had a little top spin, but she hit the ball hard. To right. Lexi had a couple balls hit hard. Claire, I think, had one. The lefties had a little bit more success. The right-handers just were not very good tonight. Just part of it. You know what I mean? They just credit them. I mean, they just kept going at where we were, and we just couldn't make the adjustment. So. It's tough, I mean, it is. I'm kind of curious to go back and watch. I think that'll tell me more on kind of where those balls were and all that.
All right, we'll go second row on the right here.
Tyler Waldrop, Tulsa World. I think it was just 5 days ago you talked about how Lexi McDonald is kind of overlooked. Just what did you think of her at bats tonight?
I thought they were awesome. I mean, I just, it's kind of cool, little girl from Silo, just sitting here in this moment, and it's really neat. It's one of the coolest things, I think. I kind of at first, when that ball first came off her bat, I was like, I thought it had a chance, and then it just kind of, the air felt weird tonight. It felt real heavy, you know what I mean? And it just didn't have enough, and she got the base hit. I thought she was really good all night. I really did. And I think it shows her growth. Last year, she wasn't ready for this moment. She wasn't ready for the competition. She's a worker, so it wasn't like she was shying away. Just it takes a little time. It's really cool. Her future's bright here. I mean, and it's kind of nice to have her in the 8-hole too. The way we're swinging it here tonight, we may need to try to move her up, depending on what we're going to face tomorrow. So we'll kind of look at that, but very proud of her.
All right, we'll stay in the second row on the right, Justin.
You mentioned last year, obviously, having been in a similar position and bouncing back the way you guys did. Just how challenging is that, overcoming or shaking something like this off in such a short window? And just what is it about this team that makes you feel like, they're capable of doing that?
Last year was a whole different deal. I think we got run ruled by Florida State. So it was kind of a weird game. And then we came back and played a really nice game against Utah, I think is who it was. So same situation. It was a Florida team. Now we're going to play a Pac team. So maybe we can keep it rolling like that. I'm just excited to see how we respond. That's part of what every coach wants to see is okay, this didn't go the way we wanted it to. We wasted an opportunity, or we let an opportunity slip. I don't think we wasted. Maybe that's a harsh term for us. Not like we didn't give effort. We just, one slipped away here, and credit them. I mean, they made that happen. But I'm excited. I mean, the nice thing is we get a full day, so we'll come back and it'll be nice and cool again. So that'll be kind of cool. Hopefully the weather holds and all that, and we'll just go about it the same way. We'll do our same work.
All right, we'll go to front row right to Robert.
Yeah, Robert Allen from Post Report. Kenny, you've got a full day. Give us kind of a glimpse as to how much you'll review this versus moving on to Stanford, what you and your staff kind of will go through to get ready for that game tomorrow night.
Yeah, I'm going to go to the hotel, and turn the game on immediately. I'll be able to watch it very, very fast. Probably only take me about 30 minutes to watch it. May watch it twice just to see things and see what we want to see. And then we'll get up in the morning and prepare. I would imagine we're going to face Niger. Their season's on the line. I feel like at this point we'll go to Lexi, but I'll let Carrie and I will talk about that. Our backs are up against a wall, so then we'll start preparing for Niger and all that. That's who I think we would see, but again, we'll see.
All right, last question. I'll go to Jenny on the front left here.
I was actually going to ask you about Lexi and whether she might pitch, but saying that you might be leaning that way already, you guys have used her, to sort of prepare her for maybe situations where she does throw multiple days. What have you liked about just the way she's handled that, and what gives you, obviously a lot of times it's been 2 out of 3 days instead of 2 out of 2.
Yeah.
What makes you think that this setup is something she could do pretty well as well?
I mean, she's done it a couple times. She did it in the regional. So I feel pretty good about that. And, the regional. She did it there, 3 different teams, three straight days. It was cool out. I heard her tell Carrie the other day she only needed to pitch 35 innings to get us the trophy. And Carrie asked her, "Can you do it?" She goes, "I got it." And so I don't think she's going to shy away from the workload. We've taken care of her. I think she wants to put the team on her back and go. So we'll get her up in the morning. Chance will take care of her and get her right. And Mike will take care of her tonight. Give her what she needs there and prepare and. We'll talk as a staff and go through all that, but she's ready. I'm not worried about her at all. Again, it's another night game. It's probably going to be cool again and should be good. So when you're in this moment, in this setting, you just got to go. And if she doesn't look good, then we've got some good options. So I'm not worried about that. We just gotta ride our horse.
All right, that'll wrap things up. Thank you.
Thanks.